Hey y'all. Hey everybody in the building. T Baby Harris, Love Mel, Miss Sexy Ray. Hey Latte, I see you down there. Hey Terry. Hey Love Mel, Kimberly, Miss Judy, Miss Cutie, Judy, K Brown. Hey son. Welcome. This is Tay first live of 2025, y'all. My first live of 2025. I hope y'all ready because it's about to get lit. It's definitely about to get lit. You know, Tay is going to come and talk her ish. How's everybody been doing though? Let me try to get down to the bottom of the. Hey, Connie. Hey, LaQuisha. Hey, Melissa. Yes, because what's been goings on with the goings on and the goings on? Okay? The goings on been goings on it. Let's say it that way. All right. I'm gonna try to do something different and actually keep up with my comments today because I was on Read Alive earlier and Dawn was reading the comments, right? And I realized that you do have to read the comments, but Tay got ADHD, and sometimes when I be reading the comments, it be distracting me. So work with me, y'all. Work with me, y'all. Hey, Daisy. That's right, a whole lot, and we're gonna get into a whole lot of. But first, did y'all see Bree babies with the teeth? Yes, Bree babies got teeth this week. They shall be walking by next week, y'all. Dead serious, because I never seen babies go from 7 days to 2 months in a matter of minutes. Like, hey, Simone. I've never seen that. She has to be a magician. My thing is, right? Instead of following somebody else's storyline, at some point in time, find a storyline of your own. But when a person is unoriginal, that's kind of hard. So we have to get what we getting. But I know one thing, y'all. If I was them people that paid for that subscription, I would be mad as shit. Hey, Retta, get the cheddar. Thanks for coming through, girl. Yeah, I would be mad as shit. Each one of them people that paid for that subscription, they should get like some tax refund or something. Because, ooh, if bootleg was a thing, I would definitely be upset if I paid my $9.99. Even if it was 99 cents, I would want my shit because this is ridiculous at this point. I got a lot of topics to talk about too tonight. It's going to get juicy, okay? Because I just want the people in the back. Hey, Dawn, see Dawn Tay is out here doing her thing. I'm reading the comments, baby. I'm reading the comments. Where you go? Hey, beautiful sis. I seen that name popped up. I said click it. Click it. Yes, but we got some topics that's going to be topicking because outside of the factors of Brianna being out here unhinged, it's a lot of people that's unhinged right along with this, right? And I just want to say the complications that I noticed that came along with this situation. See, a lot of people that was unhealed came into a situation that was very hurtful, right? And when you bring unhealed people into a hurtful situation, you're just going to have more hurt across the board. A vision was supposed to be seen, okay? A vision was supposed to be seen, and I think people missed it, right? The vision that was supposed to be seen is that just like heal people, hurt people, right? And the healed people were supposed to come into the situation and try to accommodate and help the hurt people. But being that there was more hurt put into the situation, it even started having some of the healed people go after the people that was already hurt. What do you mean, Tay? What do you mean? What does Tay mean? Okay. It's a lot of situations where, okay, People came into this situation from DV, right? They came in this situation from DV because there was a situation that people thought took place, regardless to whether it was true or false at this point in time. That's not the case that I'm building. The case that I am building is that the situation that people flocked to was a very hurtful situation, right? And 9 times out of 10, people normally attach themselves to what they're going through within, right? And a lot of people are dealing with unhealed hurt within this situation. So when they came to bring or came to be a voice in a situation that they attached themselves to, it also started to open up doors within themselves, right? Because we've done heard about SA, we done heard about DV, we done heard about drug use, we done heard about a couple of things that fall under an umbrella of being unhealed, right? Now, my thing is, people make mistakes, right? People make mistakes. You are entitled to make a mistake, but how you heal through that mistake is what makes the workup of you as a person, right? Hey, Daisy. And a lot of people, being that they was not healed in a situation, they wasn't able to deal with a lot of things that came within this situation, like destruction. If you have already dealt with something that has destroyed you on the inside, when you attach yourself to something that is destructive, it's only going to cause more destruction. And out of this situation, the only thing that we have received is more destruction all over the place, baby, because we are dealing with a lot of unhealed beings, right? Hey, down south, how you doing? And with that being said, I have seen some of the people that have been well respected disrespected. I've seen some of the people that has displayed disrespect praised, right? And I've seen a lot of people that was unhealed in a situation still dealing with their unhealed ways, right? And me as a person, I'ma just be honest. I haven't been live, okay? Because fuck all that 2025 new year, new me. That was bullshit, baby. Because the new year don't start into the spring when new things start to bloom, right? That's why a lot of the things that happened in the end of 2024 passed right over into 2025. It wasn't no new year, new me type of shit. It was just more doors opening to the unhealing of the situations that we were seeing. For instance, we done had kids talked about. We done had people's relatives that are no longer with us talked about. We done had people that been SA talked about. We done had people that dealt with homeless situations talked about. We done had situations that never should be talked about, right? Because what I realized is coming into this situation, it was supposed to be bringing people into a group of their peers, like-minded people that have dealt with hurt the same way, to be able to initiate some type of healing process moving forward. But being that some people were still hurting in situations, they brought that hurt along with them and just started to throw it onto other people. Some people caught shots that they deserve, and some people caught shots that they was never supposed to get. Let's talk about it. But God don't do nothing for no reason. Hey, sis, welcome in the building. God don't do nothing for no reason. So I believe all of the things that we got to see, we was meant to see, because it shows us the workup of people in the unhealed situations that people possibly can be dealing with, right? But people didn't handle the situation the right way, because some people, how can I say, they don't know how to be social within social groups. If the attention is not fully on them as one person, then They have to be problematic within a situation, kind of like a pick me, right? A pick me type of person is going to cause all type of destruction around them as long as they feel like nobody is picking them. And if you're doing nothing, then me personally, if a person decides to pick you out of the pick me, then that shows how desperate a pick me person can be. People don't talk about somebody that's not doing nothing. Do you understand what I'm saying? I hope y'all feel me. Hey, Renithia. Hey, Dee Dee. Hey, Carla. Hey, Brenda. Hey, Reese. All right. 2025 was supposed to be the year of awakening, opening, bringing things to the front, no longer being able to hide from what's behind. You understand? If you have a past, this is the year that things are going to become your present, right? Your trials and your tribulations, your trauma, anything that you have dealt with is going to come forth. Now, I don't know if I can't say everybody's able to handle their situations the same way, right? I'm gonna speak on Tay. Far as me, I don't feel bad about nothing that I've went through in life that got me where I am. Even some of the things that hurt it, that's not a word. Hurt it is not a word. Even some of the things that hurt me helped me because it molded me into the me that you have presently. And sometimes things happen in your life to give you strength that you can't get through no other existence. No. Do we enjoy when people pass on and go to sleep forever? No. But sometimes when things die, that is our new start into life. Like when the old us die and the new us prevails, whatever is holding you back from being the person that God see fit for you to be, he's going to remove. And unfortunately, sometimes it can be family, it can be the innocence in a person, it can even be your home. Because unless our back is up against the wall, sometimes we won't perform. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Better Choices. That's right. We won't perform. And in the factors of us not performing, it means that we are not healing. So until something forces us closer, hey, Tokyo, until something forces us to, that's right. You have to go through something, right? To get to something. And work without purpose is dead, right? If you working towards nothing, if you are not working on yourself, self is first, okay? Self is the first work. You can't go and put work into the world if you have not put work into self. Sometimes the heal is us. You can't go and be a voice for somebody else if you don't even know how to be a voice for self. Thank you, Renithia. I appreciate you. Hey, Miss Loretta. And I've come into a lot of women, okay? No names needed, that have stories where they are walking testimonies, okay? You should not be ashamed of anything that you go through or been through. And I'm going to be honest, me putting myself in some of the situations that I did at the time that I was putting myself in those situations, I only put myself in those situations because I was already hurting. Okay. So adding on to the pain, it wasn't a thing. Like as we see with Brianna, she's a repeated offender. Okay. A person that doesn't learn a different cycle will continue to remain within the same cycle. If you don't do anything to get better, you're not going to be better. And when you don't have people around you, because all of us don't have people around us that is for the betterment in us. Some people are comfortable with the us as we are. Hey, sweet king, sweet queen. Right. Some of us we'll have people around us that's yes men. Oh, no problem with the actions that you're having. No, nothing, nothing. Just agree, agree. You don't need people around you like that, baby. Hey, Valencia, thank you, baby. Because someone that cares about you is only going to want to see you do better. They're not going to want to witness the cause or be a part of your demise. So if they see something that's unhinged within you as a friend, they're going to come to you with that. Like, listen, I see you maybe holding or going through something heavy. A lot of people deal with depression. There's a lot of manic depressant people out here, right? And a lot of times when you are within a manic behavior, you're not acting like yourself because you're not within yourself. You're also having an out of body experience at that time, meaning you cannot control your mind state because at that point in time, your mind state is in control of you. When you claim depression, depression is something that you will be. It's something that they gave a title to a time that you don't feel good. But as long as you accept it, that's what it will actually consume you. Triggers, people, places, and things. Hey, Miss Loretta, thank you so much. People, places, and things. You have to know your triggers, okay? When to engage, when to disengage, what situations are for you and what situations are not. Now, my thing is when you first meet people, you're not going to solely know who they are. And that's where people go wrong because they judge by the cover, right? And when you judge by the cover, most times you end up disappointed because you can judge a good person and think that they bad, or you can judge a bad person and think that they are good. Now, speaking of the factors of judging a bad person and thinking that they good, and judging a good person and thinking that they bad, I'm gonna put this situation out here on the floor because this is one situation that has been going back and forth for the last week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever week it was. And this is the situation. Normally, I don't say people names on my panel, but I'm gonna say this person's name, right? And we're talking about Queen Fee, right? Now, the reason I'm going to bring up the factors of Queen Fee, because a lot of people will kind of on the fence about that situation. Some people feel like once a person show you who they are, you have to believe them. But in the case, what if a person actually is not showing you who they are and they're actually showing their pain and they're crying out in a situation for people to be able to help them? We all make mistakes, but it's not about the mistake that you made. It's about the healing that you do. Let me know if I'm wrong. So a lot of people didn't come to the rescue of Queen Fee's actions within the saga. A lot of people came to the rescue of Queen Fee's pain in her real life. People got to know how to separate the two. Okay. I'm a person that has been in a situation like Queen Fee. She was 6, I was 8. And the mental, how can I state the mental state that it takes for a person to move forward after their innocence is taken, you never know what you're going to receive on the other side. Some people know how to handle their trauma by hiding. Okay. But when you're actually dealing with some shit, it's going to come out in different ways. Just being honest. So people didn't flock to the factors of the negativity because when she put out negativity, she received negativity. But it also showed the empathy, compassion of the people that when it was time to be a village, people became a village and they protected the child and Fee that needed to be hugged, not the adult woman that was acting out because the child in her was damaged. Come on. You got to know when to grow. Okay. And anytime a door is open for you to grow, you gotta walk through that door. And it's not gonna be easy to always walk through that door, because if you're being forced through that door, let's just say, okay, we all come on this YouTube every day. We pop in and out of people's lives, right? You never know what you're going to receive when you pop in said person's live, right? Remember, I said triggers people, places, and things. I could actually be popping into this live in a positive mind state, but something that I hear within that live could trigger the negative part within me, or something that I've been through in my life. When you see people going through so much shit, how could it not open up past wounds that you have not dealt with? That's not something that you could just deal with. That's like a person passing away and somebody going, oh, just get over it. You don't get over it. Get over it. How do you get over that? Now, moving forward, because you have no choice but to still exist in your existence, I'm sorry, is a thing. But getting over something that brings so much trauma is I don't understand how people could say just get over it. And you got to remember, just like losing the death of or experiencing the death of a family member, when your innocence is stolen, that's like witnessing the death of yourself. Some people go out and they become promiscuous because they're looking for love in all the wrong places. Some people actually take themselves out because they feel like the pain will never go away and they'll never be able to deal with the thoughts that come from the situation that played upon them. On top of the fact, some people become alcoholics, drug addicts, and there is some people that be able to say, you know what? I'm not going to be what my circumstances claimed that I am. Hey, Beverly. Make sure you be respectful. And that's right. Let them know. Let them know. Now, my thing is, if you see a person hurting, do you play the part of kicking them while they down, or do you look for God's grace and actually play? Now, whatever action a person take after you playing your part, you have no control over. But the part that you choose to play, you got full control. And I'm going to work under the mercy of the Lord. If I see fit that my blessings can be a blessing to someone else, I'm always going to make sure I play the part of the blessings, because I'm still going to get into those pearly gates. I know that I did what I did with no malice intent, just to see someone be able to go to the next step. And with them being able to go to the next step, then that's the blessing for me, all within the steps all together. Now, if you help a person, or you basically, hey, Kevin, if you basically attempt to pull them to the water, you still can't force them to drink, even though you able to show them where the water is at. But for people to basically, how can I say, laugh at, create jokes, or think that other people's traumas is funny, I don't see that. I don't see that. And I don't see no good luck coming from that. I can understand people roasting. Yeah, you got 1 foot bigger than the other. Your toenails ain't been cut in 6 months. You hearing with your eyes and seeing with your ears. But when you start talking about people SA and people parents and people kids that's no longer here, or the people kids that are still here and need help more than other kids may need, and that's the type of narrative you're going to put out into the air when it comes to babies, nah. I have no respect for disrespect. And that's why a lot of times in this situation, in this saga, I've stayed so pure, because my silence speaks volumes. Do you understand? I'm never going to tilt my crown to somebody that's already tilted. That's taken away from me. Now I'm becoming what they are. All right. some things need to be defended. I ain't gonna lie, okay? Some things need to be defended. But when it comes to some people, it's not even about what it is that you're defending. They don't even care that you coming back to defend. The only part that they cared about is that they know what they said hurt you. That's it. That's it. You know, the child that was in the playground that always wanted to come and play with somebody else's toy because they seen that that person was having more fun with their toy. Now, mind you, they possibly could have played with their toy and had fun with their toy, but your toy they want. Hey everyone, don't mind me. I'm just getting here. I see it's a full house. Anyone save me a seat? Yes, Kevin, we got a seat for you. And what you need? Some coffee, some tea. What you want to drink? But I'm serious. I've seen so much damaged goods not turn out for the good at all. And the reason why I say that is because sometimes with damaged goods, you can still work with it. You ever went in a discount store and you see a pack of t-shirts, and on the t-shirts, they be like, the alignment of the neck might be off, or the stitch under the arm may be a little off, but you can still wear that t-shirt and that t-shirt will still serve its purpose, right? And it's still benefiting you in some type of way. Now, Felicia is like that t-shirt that's kind of off course right now, because even though people see her as damaged goods, the information that she has to give to people is still very beneficial. You never know who's in these chats when we are talking and doing these lives. Yeah, we paying attention to the people that's popping in. Hey y'all, but we can't see the people that's in the bushes listening. And somebody could be listening to your story to find their glory. So anytime somebody decides to come out and tell their story, you're not supposed to ever kick them while they are down. If you look at the video of Now Healthy Babies, yeah, them babies got teeth this week. They should be walking next week and bowling the next week after that. Definitely so. So now, when you have something that people consider damage, but it still can be beneficial, do you throw it away? Hell no. Hell no. You use that damaged good, well, what other people may see as done damaged goods, because if you put it on and you wore the t-shirt, then it was beneficial to you. It wasn't nothing damaged about it. It was still able to be worked. It's all how you choose to look at it. Hey Sierra. Hey Latoya. My opinion, I am allowed to my opinion. Allegedly, there's no baby. Yeah, you ain't the first person to say that. You won't be the last. Tay, hand me your devices. Nobody offered me a seat. Can I sit with you, Tay? That's right. Come, you could get a seat. Come right on over here with me, Kevin. Because at the end of the day, this needs to be heard. And me personally, I seen how things been taken and just traveling from one terrible situation to another. Now, I'm going to tell you the situation that blew minds, Kevin. I'm going to just be honest. The situation that you had going on with you, me personally, I never spoke on it because for me, it was just unbelievable. I'm going to be real with you. When you see a person in a certain type of light, and then you have another person come and say certain things. Now, I'm not there in your real life, okay? So I can't say for sure what is what, but what I can say with the regard in the, how can I say, mannerisms in which you carry yourself, I just can't see certain shit being coexistent. And when you have a person from Basketball Wives find themselves on the YouTube streets, that seemed more like a struggle to me. So she gonna have to find something safe to do over there and leave my boy Kevin over here alone. Okay, when people see that you being blessed, the devil is always gonna try to throw something in that road, so you understand, get you up off your game. That was the rock that was thrown in the road. You understand? We gonna hop over that rock and keep it moving right along as we should. Sonya, yes, that part. Like, girl, you talk about all this stuff was going on and you had your kid there, you making things look worse on yourself. To be honest, I know houses is big and stuff like that, but if you know certain things is going on where kids shouldn't be involved, you just letting it be known what your mothering is like. Cause yeah, that part. That part. I think I say it again. But be to people what you want people to be to you. If I had more people in my situation when I was dealing with the situation, it's just like you're being re-abused when you are dealing with the situation, and sometimes you don't know which channel to turn to get the view that you need. You looking for an outlet basically, and sometimes the outlet that people use don't be the right outlet that they need. They was tripping 5-year nightmare, yes, but once you get that donkey off your back, no other asses shall find or follow behind. Let's just say it that way, Big Calf. Hey, little poor. Now, like I said, okay, and I'm going to stand on it. When it comes down to the factors of fee, can't nobody check nobody, because nobody was checking for her on the factors of what it had to do with the saga. Or no, the saga is not life, even though it was a chapter in some people's life or of some people's life. But life is really life. Okay, do y'all not see one half of the world burning and the other half is turning into ice? Our cows got ice in their eyes. That mean no beef. If the cows is freezing, it definitely shouldn't be no beef in the street, because we about to be trying to figure out where the fuck we gonna get some real beef from. And y'all got the nerve to just be running around just causing dropping beef, or we ain't got time for that. You are dropping gems, Latte. You definitely shine insight. Yes, definitely. Sorry that happened to you. Listen, I'ma just be honest, and I'ma say this, and I don't know how it may sound. I'm not sorry that it happened to me. I'ma just be honest, because even though it may have took the innocence in me, it didn't take my voice. Do you understand? And it gave me more of a stronger voice to be able to come with, to be able to help the people that may be in a situation that I was in. So I'm not sorry, because I forgive myself, because I don't have control over other people. Now, what I will be sorry for is when that person go to burn and realize that they gonna burn forever. Tay, she had her supporter buy all them baby stuff for them fake dolls. Listen, between the fake dolls, the fake supporters, and the fake everything else that we have witnessed within this situation, that's right, Latte, we are better together. But when you are a content creator, I don't think people realize what being a content creator is, or having a platform on a social network. You only, okay, let me not say you only. You cannot believe none of what you hear, and only half of what it is that you see. And that's why I'm able to do what it is that I do. Regardless to whether the shit Bree put out is true or not, she put it out. I'm just playing the part of delivering it to the other people with my opinion attached, right? But the content creator that chooses to put content on their platform sometimes is made for the factors of people trying to figure out what's true and what's false. That's like the factors of people doing a skit, right? Even when I responded to the supposed skit that was supposed to happen with Robert and Brianna, right? Like, it came out, right? A person that can tell you a skit is a skit when it's a skit. You're supposed to just learn something from the factors of the skit. And most times within a skit, people are trying to teach you something from it or show you the factors of, okay, well, you are in a relationship. You possibly could be dealing with something like this in your home. And if it does come up, if you have not dealt with it already, this is how we chose to deal with our problem or our outcome or our situation. Now, all situations may not end good. Wow, that was powerful. But I see like yes, rise from it more powerful than ever. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Work without purpose is dead. And I'm a work in progress. So I'm always going to have a purpose until I am dead. Okay. And can't nobody take that away from me. Let me see if any, because I told Dawn I was going to keep up with these comments. Hey, Lily. Hey, Dee Dee. Now, with people actually need to realize, like I was saying, a skit, and you can learn things from it. Speaking of learning things, okay, on this social media, okay, we got to be a part of a divorce. We got to be a part of a marriage. We got to be a part of a divorce. We got to be a part of how things turn out after divorce, possibly when you're dealing with the children. We also got to see how divorce, and when going through a divorce, how it not only affects the people that may be getting divorced, but the other people that may be attached to the divorcees. Okay, because if you're a family member of a person that's going through a divorce and it's not a good divorce, then you're going to try to basically be the comfort in which your family needs during that time of not such a good time, which may turn out not such a good time for you. But we all got to witness how these things can turn out. With most people, they hear people got divorced. Some people been married multiple times, so you may see a person within a marriage, but people very seldomly get to see the way things can break during the factors of a divorce, and how it can not only affect the parties in which are actually separating, but the parties that are attached to the people that are actually separating. Hey, Emil. Hey, Latte. Love you. I love you right back, girl. Keep your foot on their necks. I don't know no other way to do it, baby. No breaks. I'm praying for the kids, all of them, in her mental state that needs help. Now, you know what? You're absolutely right. And I love that you said that, because that goes to show that you are a very empathetic person. And it also shows that you have a heart. And that's the type of person that I am. Even though I may not agree with a person's actions or activity, I still won't kick a person while they down, which was funny because my supporters told me to move over so they could kick her ass at the end of the day, because she's the reason that a lot of most of this controversy started. But I'm gonna just be honest. A lot of this I look at as if a good thing happening outside of a bad situation. Okay, because you see how Felicia's situation turned out, where even though she went through what she went through in her time of need, a village was able to become a village. You see how even though Retta dealt with her situation, she's able to come on her platform and speak of her situations to other mothers that may be going through the same situation. Even though she don't have the answers to give, she still has a voice to be spoken. Okay, we got out here, and we also got Alexis out here. Now you're gonna hear Amber scream, "Leave me alone!" just live it alone. But what we actually got to see through the factors of family, even though we agree to disagree, I got your back and you got mine's, baby. Amber and Alexis may be on a platform together at 1 o'clock, and at 1:15 they may be arguing. You're gonna see them again on the platform by 3 o'clock. Okay, and it's not going to be like anything happened. Why? That's the makeup of real love. And when you get the factors of unity and love from a group of people, you also get knowledge. Okay, and when you get knowledge, knowledge is power. All right. Knowledge is your biggest power. People think that money is power. Money help you through to do the things that you need to do and you want to do. But your knowledge is your power, because let's just say, if you don't have the knowledge of getting money, if you was to ever lose money, how would you know how to get money again? But if you have knowledge, then you can repeat to do great things for yourself over and over, without the factors of worrying about the factors of losing. Hey, Lexus. Without the factors of losing, because as long as you're inputting knowledge, you're always going to gain. You're always going to gain. Like, Lexus, you just came in. Speaking of which, the fear of failing, right? She had an awesome live today. Okay. And the factors of Lex's live today was the factors of what's your purpose. A lot of people don't know what their purpose is, even sometimes when they're standing in their purpose. S.C. Allen, we just like Brianna, not her kids. It doesn't mean we want, right. We ain't cold hearted. Talk about it. Sometimes people be standing in their purpose and not even know that they're serving their purpose. Okay. Sometimes we can be right at the door and we will let fear close the door in our face. Now, I'm going to be the one to tell Alexis this. Okay. Girl, you are standing within your purpose because you bring to your platform, like, we're seasoning, right? We're not mid-season, but we're seasoning. Each one of us bring a different flavor, okay? And Lexus brings the flavor of conversation and the flavor of growth. So Alexis' purpose is people. Alexis is, how can I say, a people person, an information runner. She's the person that was in the crowd, because regardless to what Felicia or how she felt or this, that, and the third, Lexus said, you know what? I'm going to help her, as in Retta. And that shows a person that is purposeful, because even though you may be going through something within yourself, you still got that peace within you that's still willing to help someone else. You could bring information and keep it to yourself, but when you have information that you want to share, it shows your heart. Super Mr. Troy. Hey, you welcome, Lexus. Give a man a fish. That's right. He eats only for teach a man a fish and he will go hungry no more. Knowledge is definitely power. Say it again. I don't think people understand that. People got on this app and they felt like drama sells. Okay, no, it's not the fact is that drama sells, even though it do. But I'm gonna tell you what it is sometimes. Sometimes people like to witness other people going through shit, or watch other people going through shit, because it takes away from what they may be actually dealing with in their own coexistence. People, life don't be perfect behind these screens, okay? They really don't. And just because a person can come up and give their opinion on someone else's life, don't mean that their life is going right. So when you watching turmoil, it makes some people feel, hey, my shit just ain't that bad. But that's not the case, because you should never want to watch somebody else's disarray when you have your own disarray going on. Me personally, people took that story and ran with it when I said I was in a one room with my kids, okay, proud of it. And I used to record my videos in the closet. Now, that's my testimony. And you know why that's a part of my testimony? Because there could be somebody, right, that's in a closet or in a one room right now and not knowing that or what their next move may be, but looking at me and hearing my story, it may give them promise for tomorrow that their situation can actually turn out for the best. It's not the end. And a lot of people never knew I was in the closet when I was in the closet. And if my closet brought me the joy that it brought me, a lot of people should have hopped in that closet with me. Because until I told people it was a closet, nobody knew that it was a closet. And people kindly watched my videos for a whole year, right? And it's not what you do, it's definitely how you do it. Because I showed up and I was presentable. And I mean, talking about the knowledge that I was bringing to the table to my people, my supporters, or what it is that I had to say. People was more focused on what it was that I was saying versus my background and whatever else possibly could have been displaying at that time at all. Hey, say, write it in the chat for me one time. Leave me alone. Yo, I'm serious. I love to hear say that because at the end of the day, I be saying it with her. At this point, leave the fuck alone. But I'm just trying to give y'all my point of view with my vision. When I was in that closet, nobody knew it was a closet. At that point in time, that was my safe place. That was grace. And what's crazy is if you look on YouTube right now, they got a whole, hey, blessed beyond measures, they got a whole section of people that's now turning their closets into their office space or where it is that they choose to record. So don't let nobody ever make you feel bad for the space that you are in life. Okay, because the point in life is to grow. When you plant a seed, a flower shall grow. At that point in time, you plant in your seed. Okay, now after you create your steps, you will be that flower that grows. And that's just all, and that's just it. And that's why I don't give my voice to unuseful shit. A person could talk to me until they could say my name until the cows come home. Moo, bitch, moo. You will not get a response. I will not allow someone else. I will not allow someone else to gain the attention of me when you already had your attention on me before it was known to me. So now you will have the privilege of still continue to be able to watch me, but now instead of you being able to get my attention, you now get ignored. That's right. Let them know. Hit that like button. You deserve it. God is good to you. I appreciate that. Yes, because a man with no plan is a dead man. Okay. And when I was in the closet, I was a man with the plan, and it was getting to the next step. Even where I'm at right now is temporary because I know that there's so much more for me out there, baby. I want to make sure that all my kids have their own rooms. I want to be able to have some space, some backyard, some land. You understand? I do not want my life to start and end in the same place. But I know in order for me to get from one space to the other, I have to put the work in. And no work that you put in is failed work. Now, not putting in the work can make you become a failure, but when you're putting in work, you're not or cannot say that you're failing. Because I remember I used to go by this saying because the old folks used to say it to me: to try is to fail. And I had to get older and I had to kind of rewire my thoughts, because how did you fail if you actually tried? To not try would have been the failure, because then you wouldn't know what self can do. excuse me, and it gives you a chance to reiterate your steps when you go to do it again. So now, instead of the way you did it the first time, you know, when you do it a second time, not to go about it the first time the way you did the first time, or to add something onto it that you didn't initially add the first go round. You understand? Nothing that you put your energy into far as moving forward in life is a failure. The reason that you're trying it is because you never did it before. Who the hell never did something before and just going to ultimately know and say, you know what, I'm a professional at this. I ain't never did it before, but I'm a professional. No, you had to learn some shit. Just like me doing these videos. I'm not computer savvy. I didn't know nothing about editing, doing no thumbnails. And some days I still feel like I'm computer goddamn illiterate. But the only way I'm going to get better is to keep trying at it. And as you can see, the growth is there, baby. The growth is there and it's going to be there, because as I try, people is going to see that I am trying, which is going to make my work look more, how can I say, better, which shows that me doing what I did was not a failure. Okay? That's right. 17 more likes. Let's get 17 more likes. If you came in without liking, can you get up off the couch, go out, like, hit the like button and come back in? I swear I won't let nobody steal your seat. But from Brianna's actions, right? Just to go back into that, she shows the actions of a lot of people that we deal with on an everyday basis. We deal with liars. We deal with people that's unhinged. We deal with situations that seem like a never ending cycle from certain people, because that is the actions that is within them as a person. That's right. Let them know. Like and subscribe. So when you dealing with a person of that nature, you have to be able to still control yourself. It's more of being headstrong or headstrong. A headstrong person is going to act off of logic and not emotion. Okay? When you acting, look, I ain't going nowhere. I'm beside you. That's right. You stay right there. Listen, when a person acts off of logic versus emotions, that means that they actually think about what it is that they're going to say or do before they decide to do it. So it's going to be more of a calculated move or a response, because it was thought about before it was put into the air. People that operate off of emotions versus acting off of logic, they're not going to think before they speak. So what they say, they don't care how it's going to affect anybody. I could call somebody a bald head kangaroo, right? I could call somebody a bald head kangaroo, and calling them a bald head kangaroo may be funny. Ha 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 ha. Right? But now, if I say to that same person, if they have some type of pain, and I be like, yeah, that's why you was S8 when you was younger. That's not a fucking haha. That's not a haha. Okay? Talking about the factors of, even down the factors of Sweet Ma being brought up into the conversation this week. Okay, I'm all for the adults. Okay, if we boxing it out, oh yeah, bitch, you flat nose, bitch, you funny eyed fucker. That's not hard. That's easy to do. Okay, being negative is easy. Staying positive is hard. That's why it's so much more negative people than there is positive people. But I don't respect people that try to hit people and use their kids to hit them where they hurt or where it hurts. The factors of that conversation coming up, and the factors of a mirror being thrown up into the situation, that this person is lazy, and anytime you can bring a disabled child into the situation, and I'm gonna say this for the people in the back, what the fuck is disabled? Okay, they might be looking at us and thinking we fucked up. Let's be honest. They may be thinking that we ain't got all of our shit together, because just because a person is different That doesn't mean that there's something missing. God made his children, or they were made the way that they would see fit. And I'm not talking about the factors of the struggle. I'm talking about the factors of the blessing. Some things we have put into our life, like I said, to humble us, to reattach a part of us that may be missing. First of all, Sweet My Baby is her best friend. And I'm just being honest. As a mother, I would never be able to leave my child with someone. I have children that go to school on an everyday basis on their own. Let's be realistic. And you cannot trust a goddamn soul. All right. If my child cannot verbally talk to me and tell me when somebody does something to them, why would I ever put them in a situation of uncomfortability? Because some people have those jobs and they don't handle it with care. Okay. Let's speak about the factors of a situation where it was a NICU nurse, okay, and it was these babies, and they were coming up with broken bones. One baby had the amount of 12 broken bones, okay, and it was all the factors of young black babies. Now, mind you, this woman was 24 years old, a Caucasian lady, all right. Now, I don't know what possibly could have took place in her life to bring that type of, how can I say, hate within her, for her to be able to go into a place with defenseless babies and just break them. I mean, she was breaking an arm, she was breaking a leg, she was breaking. My thing is, these kids possibly went into their homes, and let's see how let's see how things could just turn for the worse, right? Had that lady not been caught and those situations never came about, right? How about those parents taking that baby home with those broken bones, never knowing that the baby bones was broken? Take the baby back for the 6 week checkup like you supposed to do, and now they looking at you. Let's talk about that. A lot of people deal with special needs kids, and the factors of special being in front of that explains its goddamn self. They just not like us. So because you light skin and I'm dark skin, that makes me disabled? Or because you light skin and I'm dark skin, that makes you disabled? No, we were made to be different. And I'm going to just be honest. Let me tell you something. My grandson, okay, my oldest grandson, is smarter than a lot of goddamn adults. He could name every goddamn car, every goddamn train, every bus, the route that the train takes, the route that the bus takes. Now, if I'm going to say that's a disability, I'm going to say that's goddamn special. I go to get on the train and I need GPS as an adult to figure out how to get from point A to point B, whereas he's a child, and the information that he picks up is exceptional, baby. These people that they said would never walk, talk, do nothing, and these people beat the odds, okay? So for you to sit there and put a voice on something that you don't understand, that's where people go wrong. They don't know what us mothers go through. Okay? Let's just be honest. So to speak on something that you don't know what another person may be dealing with, you on the outside, you're just looking in. You can never put yourself in that person's position. So for you to be able to speak on it like, oh, well, a person could just do this, or to use that as a shot towards somebody. Hey, Lisa. Yeah. In this situation, we've seen some real bad sides come out of people that we wouldn't have never expected. And that's just the thing for me. Okay. I don't know if everybody been watching, but hopefully the parents are the real superheroes. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. And I appreciate those parents that are able to actually be a part of their child life, even though it may be a little harder, because some people fail at parenting when they have no problems, or what they would say, no problems with their kid. Hey, saying hello, my favorite unicorn. Hey, baby. Real heroes. Say it again. The real heroes. So I just want to send my blessings to Sweet Mom. I love you, girl. Fuck people. And I stand on that. Double down on it too. All right? Because I'm going to just tell you this story. And it's crazy because my son's teacher was in special ed classes all his life, he said, right? Came up with the IEP. You know how many teachers out there with IEPs that is teaching our same kids today? And an IEP don't mean nothing other than the fact is that you may need a little bit more time. And why do you need a little bit more time? Because you process things differently. When you get in your car, don't you gotta warm that shit up before you pull off? If you don't warm your car before you pull off, you can't afford for that car to stall on you, right? Okay, so you're gonna make sure that the car is able to run to the best of its ability. And us as moms that deal with situations, we gonna warm our car up before we pull off. Okay, we gonna make sure that our cubs is good before anything else. And for those that definitely put theirs first, y'all the real MVPs. The real MVPs. Don't worry about what nobody say, baby. Your blessings is coming, and you are already blessed because you're living with the blessing every day. And every day that we get to open our eyes, that is gift within itself, because we are given another try. All right? Another try to do whatever the hell we ain't do the day before. That's right, T Baby Harris. Shout out to Sweet Ma. That's right. That's my nigga don't get no bigger. Stop playing with her. Green hearts all up in the spot. But Tay definitely just wanted to come today to let my voice hit the airways. I hope y'all was happy to hear from me, but now I got to go do the mothering thing, because you know it's school tomorrow. And I'm gonna be honest, my kid's bedtime is at 8:30 and it's 8:51, right? So maybe I'll hop off and then hop back on. But if not, y'all will definitely see me tomorrow. Hopefully by the time I get back on, Bree Babies is not walking, because we see they got teeth today. Shout out to all you strong ladies, okay? And listen, I would give a list, but it's too many. Keep doing what y'all doing. And that's just on that. All right. And operate off of what? Logic and not emotion. Because there's a lot of emotional people in this situation. Don't let them rub off on you. Just like they say, hurt people hurt people. Let some heal people heal some people too. Love is definitely love. I appreciate all the support and the super stickers and the cash apps that I received while I've been on live, baby. But just talking to y'all is the real value, baby. So one hand washes the other. Both hands wash the face, and you know what Tay say. We better together, baby. I love all y'all the long way.